It was the year 1883, and on the storm-battered cliffs of Dorset, England, the silhouette of Elderwood Manor loomed like a dying giant against the gray sky. Once a grand estate belonging to the Arkwright family, the manor had been abandoned for half a century after the family mysteriously vanished one stormy night, leaving behind only whispers, broken gates, and a legend. The locals of Briar Hollow, a small village nestled in the woods below, never ventured near it. They spoke of strange lights flickering in the upper windows, of voices carried by the sea wind, and of a powerful relic hidden deep within, the heart of winter, a jewel said to show visions of what was and what is to come. Many adventurers and thieves had tried to find it. None returned. Among the villagers lived a young man named Elias Whitmoor, a watchmaker's apprentice with an eye for detail and a mind for puzzles. Elias had grown up with stories of Elderwood Manor, and though others dismissed them as ghost tales, he felt drawn to them, especially after he inherited an old brass key from his grandfather, who had once worked as a groundskeeper at the manor. On a stormy October night, Elias packed a small satchel, a pocket lantern, a folding spade, a journal, and the brass key. He left behind a letter to his sister, explaining nothing but assuring her not to worry. Then he made his way up the winding cliff path toward Elderwood. The manor greeted him with silence and decay. Ivy strangled its once proud stone arches. The windows, now broken or blackened, stared like eyes that no longer saw. The great doors were ajar, creaking with each gust of wind. Elias stepped inside. Dust coated every surface. The chandeliers hung crookedly, their crystals dulled by time. Tattered portraits lined the walls. The Arkwright family, their eyes eerily lifelike. As he moved deeper into the manor, the storm outside seemed to grow quieter, muffled, as though he had stepped into another world entirely. In the grand library, Elias examined every shelf, scanning the titles of books worn by mold and mice. One in particular caught his eye, a leather-bound volume of poetry with a lion's head carved into the binding. As he touched it, there was a faint click. The bookcase shuddered and slowly slid aside, revealing a narrow stone staircase winding downward. Lantern in hand, Elias descended, the walls closing in as the air turned colder and damper with each step. At the bottom, he emerged into a hidden chamber. The room was circular, lined with ancient, cracked mirrors and iron sconces long extinguished. In the center stood a marble pedestal, and resting atop it, a jewel glowing with a pale, frost-blue light, the heart of winter. He approached slowly, the jewel casting eerie reflections all around. Then, from behind one of the mirrors, a shimmer spread like ripples in water. A woman appeared, her figure translucent, her gown torn and hanging like seaweed. Her hair floated as if underwater, and her eyes were endless voids. "You seek the future," she whispered, her voice like wind through broken glass. "But what will you leave behind?" Elias swallowed his fear. He held out the brass key, the last thing he had of his grandfather, and placed it gently beside the jewel. "This was my inheritance," he said. "If truth is the price, I offer it freely." The woman gazed at him for a moment, then nodded. She reached forward and touched his forehead. A jolt of cold surged through him, and his mind was flooded with images. The manor crumbling, the cliff beneath it giving way, and the sea swallowing the ruins. He saw himself running, barely escaping. He saw the jewel turning to ice. Then it was over. The vision faded, the chamber groaned, and the woman vanished like mist. Elias grabbed the jewel, now dim, and fled. The stairs shook under his feet. As he emerged into the main hall, the walls began to crack. Lightning split the sky above as he sprinted from the manor, his coat flapping behind him. By dawn, the cliffs where Elderwood once stood were bare. The manor was gone, swallowed by the sea, just as the vision foretold. Elias returned to Briar Hollow, changed. He told no one what had truly happened. But in the front window of his little watchmaker's shop, a new creation appeared, a silver pocket watch shaped like a frozen heart, its ticking slow, deliberate, and impossibly precise. Some say the jewel still lives inside it. Others say Elias never left that chamber, and the man in the shop is just a whisper of time itself. But one thing is certain, Elderwood Manor is no more.